His name was Henry John Kieran. This was his ship, you know. This must have been his very private box in which he kept his old papers or diaries. Oh, we simply must open it. But it was quite impossible to force the lid up with the tools they had there. They soon gave it up, and Julian picked up the box to carry it to the boat. "We'll open it at home," he said, his voice sounding rather excited. "We'll get a hammer or something, and get it open somehow." "Oh, George, this really is a find." They all of them felt that they really had something mysterious in their possession. Was there anything inside the box, and if so, what would it be? They longed to get home and open it. They went up on deck, climbing the old iron ladder. As soon as they got there, they saw that others besides themselves had discovered that the wreck had been thrown up from the bottom of the sea. "Golly! Half the fishing smacks of the bay have discovered it," cried Julian, looking round at the fishing boats that had come as near as they dared to the wreck. The fishermen were looking at the wreck in wonder. When they saw the children on board, they hallooed loudly. "Ahoy there! What's that ship?" "It's the old wreck," yelled back Julian. "She was thrown up yesterday in the storm." "Don't say any more," said George, frowning. "It's my wreck. I don't want sightseers on it." So no more was said, and the 4 children got into their boat and rowed home as fast as they could. It was past their breakfast time. They might get a good scolding. They might even be sent to bed by George's fierce father, but what did they care? They had explored the wreck, and had come away with a box which might contain, well, if not bars of gold, one small bar, perhaps. They did get a scolding. They had to go without half their breakfast, too, because Uncle Quentin said that children who came in so late didn't deserve hot bacon and eggs, only toast and marmalade. It was very sad. They hid the box under the bed in the boys' room. Tim had been left with the fisher boy, or rather, had been tied up in his backyard, for Alf had gone out fishing, and was even now gazing from his father's boat at the strange wreck. "We can make a bit of money taking sightseers out to this wreck," said Alf. And before the day was out, scores of interested people had seen the old wreck from the decks of motorboats and fishing smacks. George was furious about it. But she couldn't do anything. After all, as Julian said, anybody could have a look. Chapter 9: The Box from the Wreck. The first thing that the children did after breakfast was to fetch the precious box and take it out to the tool shed in the garden. They were simply longing to force it open. All of them secretly felt certain that it would hold treasure of some sort. Julian looked round for a tool. He found a chisel and decided that would be just the thing to force the box open. He tried, but the tool slipped and jabbed his fingers. Then he tried other things, but the box obstinately refused to open. The children stared at it crossly. "I know what to do," said Anne at last. "Let's take it to the top of the house and throw it down to the ground. It would burst open then, I expect." The others thought over the idea. "It might be worth trying," said Julian. "The only thing is, it might break or spoil anything inside the box." But there didn't seem any other way to open the box, so Julian carried it up to the top of the house. He went to the attic and opened the window there. The others were down below, waiting. Julian hurled the box out of the window as violently as he could. It flew through the air and landed with a terrific crash on the crazy paving below. At once the French window there opened and their Uncle Quentin came out like a bullet from a gun. "Whatever are you doing?" he cried. "Surely you aren't throwing things at each other out of the window?" "What's this on the ground?" The children looked at the box. It had burst open, and lay on the ground, showing a tin lining that was waterproof. Whatever was in the box would not be spoiled. It would be quite dry. Dick ran to pick it up. "I said, what's this on the ground?" shouted his uncle and moved towards him. It's something that belongs to us," said Dick, going red. "Well, I shall take it away from you," said his uncle. "Disturbing me like this." "Give it to me." "Where did you get it?"